Republic Defender 78 Level 105 Super Sheriff, reporting from the bridge of the SES Sentinel of the Stars. I had a chance to take the new Battlement for a test drive. In order to provide this test footage, we lost about 5 divers with the call sign Republic Defender 78. So, in short, you're welcome. The TLDR is that the Battlement is a very useful tool, but the launch vehicle needs to be changed. What we found is that this stratagem for all accounts should be delivered via Eagle to be called down up to 3 at a time in quick succession. In its current state, it's a bit of a crapshoot if you'll be in a scenario where it's useful. That's a lot to ask when you only have 4 slots to work with. Being able to drop 3 within a small window would increase its versatility. Upon review, this is not a scenario where more battlements would have made a difference. To be honest, I'm not really good with explosives due to terrible depth perception. Most Live 85 carries the grenade launcher in our fire team. This stratagem was made with players like him in mind. I'm the guy crouching next to him in that demo video. I can't explain why every Republic Defender 78 has terrible vision. I don't think I'm authorized to ask. I think it's why we always carry a weapon with a scope. I've read reports about plenty of other defenders carrying an eruptor or crossbow. I've also read the reports of our inability to locate most of their remains. We defenders tend to fire too close to cover. It's a painful lesson to learn many times. I completely understand there not being a scope on a grenade launcher. It feels like a perfect combo for the armed resupply pods as well. However, a part of me wishes I could look down sights if I wanted. Yet, seeing that my namesake just had their front blown out of their freaking back, maybe we don't want to be too locked in him? I'm pretty sure it's been established that the launcher is medium penetration. That means it's not going to complete objectives at range for you like the Akira cannon or a 500 kilograms bomb. That's right, I call it the Akira cannon because it looks like the cannon from Akira. I would totally have it on if it didn't clip through my sweet shield. Many Republic Defenders 78s have died because of our ship operators' addiction to aftermarket modifications. I'm just going to be honest here. This footage is not part of the review. It's just friggin' awesome, and therefore authorized for viewing in order to improve my morale. No one else on this ship is going into battle. Who cares if that guy watching that monitor is having a good time? I bet they could taste a lot of freedom that time. I think that's what players mean when they say the game looks cinematic. I just wish I could say grenade like a normal person. Oh shit, I fixed it. I just have to spell it wrong. No, I don't know who's talking. As a solo player, I have grown accustomed to turrets. So accustomed that I've given some of them names like the way that one guy named his volleyball. It's hard to watch your own back, especially when the enemy numbers start to get out of hand. Since I typically have the ability to pick my battles and plan accordingly. Being able to drop a few battlements quickly could allow for a reasonable temporary makeshift bunker. I also attempted to test out the launcher's range. The range is pretty good. I'm sure freedom is being dispensed over there. I call my EMS mortar turret Pete. It's short for Paste Pot Pete, also known as the Trapster. Pete also works as an enemy detection system. That works best if you throw Pete as far away from you as possible. Pete is saying the enemies are over there and he's trapping them in a cloud of AT&T cell service. Also, the sparkly shells are old AT&T broadband routers that are set on fire. They can damage weak enemies. So Pete will slowly take out whole mobs on lower levels and thin the herd on higher ones. I see a Hulk in the distance, and if you don't know, I'll put it this way. If this were Dungeons and Dragons, Hulks would be my favorite enemy. I've lost count of the number of Republic Defender 78s there have been, but I'll tell you one thing for goddamn sure. We each come from a small town called Fresh off a Hulk's shiny metal ass. And And every time I hear some bleep-blop-bloop bullshit, I get homesick. Folks don't really give a shit about a grenade launcher, at least not to the front. Too bad we can't shoot thermite. Before I go over there and stick some thermite up some Hulk ass, I decided to check and see if I could arc the grenade over that big rock. The results are inconclusive. I'm gonna watch Ervin's video just like everyone else. Let me have my fun. Let's take a moment and pour one out for Republic Defender 78, citizen name redacted. They died heroically, stabbed in the back several times by cowardly automaton forces.
Request approved. Reinforced. Deploying equipment package.
Apologies again, this is certainly not Battlement test footage. This is if I see a Hulk, it's on-site footage. Honestly, I am trying to stick the resupply pod to the Hulk. It appears to have bounced off it instead. I thought I needed more than one grenade. Turns out that sparkler is so hot, that might as well have been a safety PSA for the 4th of July. No, I don't know what that is. I just work here, same as you. Did I mention that it was on site when it came to Hulks? This one tried to pretend he and his whole crew didn't see me. Launching a whole-ass nuclear weapon right in front of them? Freedom demands I never suffer such a level of disrespect. You say they were scared? They should have got a dog then. Not sure if it was the thermite or the engine blast that got them. I hope it sucked either way. That was for John Connor, even the so-so one from Terminator 3.
Sending down fortification.
The grenade launcher can close bug holes and fabricators by the vent. In this footage, I don't have a good enough angle to make the vent. However, the fabricators didn't seem to take any damage at all. This will require further review. I know fabricators can take damage, but it appears that you still need AP4 level damage. I have to wonder if you can destroy a fabricator with an eruptor with just enough shots. Stationary anti-tank turret takes 2 shots. Still, I'm going to pretty much clear the entire enemy camp of combatants. The launcher comes with enough grenades to scorch the planet, making it much easier to rush in and clear the area.
Extraction is available.
Evac really made me wish I could drop a few of these down to create more cover. Also, it doesn't make sense for 3 or 4 divers to all lose a slot to that end. Bringing the Battlement via Eagle could allow the entire team call and access, with Eagle 1 having to refuel, of course. All in all, this is something I would bring on resource-gathering missions. There aren't many large enemies, so cover is useful. Level 2 and 3 missions tend to have LiDAR towers a lot, and battlements would certainly help hold those while you work. A good rule of thumb could be that if you expect to hold a particular position, there are numerous missions that require this, then it would be a good idea to bring a battlement. Okay, for solo play, on the other hand, this could be a teamwork game changer. It's probably too much to ask. It seems like there could be some use to having the option to put an automated lib pen on the top of the battlement in the same way it can be on top of a pod. That doesn't seem overpowered or game-breaking. Maybe, or hopefully this is just the first version of this item. Please excuse me while I give these robotic anarchists what for.
ETA -1 minute, 30 seconds.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Thanks for sticking around till the end. If If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I had fun making this video, even the editing that has me up at 2:30 a.m. This has been Republic Defender 78, Level 105 Super Sheriff of the SES Sentinel of the Stars. Take care.
Extraction complete.
Not for nothing, but that take care line kinda sounds like some Naruto shit. No, I don't know what that is. It is confusing.